How's it going, boys? It seems as though Blue Lock chapter 302 will be focusing on Nagi. The main leaker of the manga just released a preview which is the following. After the Neo Eagles League came to a close, Nagi finds himself back to normal life. The chapter is probably about Nagi, which is great news for the Nagi fans, that's for sure. If you don't remember, the previous chapter confirmed that we're 50 days away from the Under 20 World Cup, and if we're actually going to spend some chapters focusing on Nagi post Blue Lock, that of course will be increasing his chances of returning much more. As many of you pointed out, this panel dropped when he officially made his leave, which was pretty much all the proof most people needed to come to the conclusion that Nagi would be returning in the future. But already getting chapters dedicated to him after his elimination is quite surprising, and does give me the sense that it is possible he will be returning for this arc somehow, some way. As my prediction prior to this was that Nagi was going to return to the Blue Lock story at some point, but we weren't really going to see him for quite some time. Maybe post Under 20 World Cup, or maybe in the middle of it we could get some wild update within the main series outside of his dedicated side manga, which for reference continues to drop banger chapters in its own right, with the most recent going over Nagi's match against the World 5, where upon seeing Loki's insane speed, he's literally saying this: "Hurry up, Rio, the world has so many unexpected creatures," meaning even since back here, Nagi was looking at the world and of course building up Rio once again, how he left his best friend within the Blue Lock experiment, who was continuing to stack up more and more feats in his own right based on the side manga chapters, which should be argued as the side manga Rio and Nagi at this point, and will probably be more so in the future as well, so crazy stuff. But based on the preview for Blue Lock chapter 302, we're going to see what current Nagi is up to going back to normal life, how he's coping with that reality, and what he's going to really do with himself, the pursuing of football, whether or not that's going to continue, and of course his rise and somehow return to the story, which may be a main focus within the next few chapters, alongside another training arc for the main Blue Lock cast as we're approaching the next big arc within the entire manga. Cannot wait. Subscribe to the channel for all the Blue Lock content you need. A full breakdown of chapter 302 will be released the second it comes out, so stay tuned for that.